What's up, guys? It's Frozen Helm, and welcome back to Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Today we are doing Maddening mode. I don't think I need to say anything else on that department. I think that's really enough. So, we are doing Maddening mode right now. This is the start of it, and just to give you an overview of this, just first off, let me just say I'm gonna be calling this time. Tend to stick to that naming convention. Plus, I think it sounds cooler. So, if I say lunatic mode, I'm just referring to this difficulty here. So just know that the jump from there are 3 difficulties in this game. There's normal, there's hard, and there's lunatic. The jump from hard mode to lunatic mode is so much bigger and more massive than the jump from normal to hard mode. Lunatic mode is brutal, and not for the faint of heart, surely. And it should definitely not be the first mode you play. Even if you're looking for a challenge in this game, it should not be the first mode you play. Just a disclaimer. Because lunatic mode takes no prisoners. Just as a testament to how unforgiving this mode is, I was playing chapter 1 before this, and the very first round of combat, the enemy initiated on me. In the very first round of combat, I got crit at 11% and died. And that was it. I had to restart. So, when the very first enemy crits you on an 11% chance and forces you to restart, just right there, the first battle of the entire chapter, then that just speaks for itself, really. And enemies have higher stats, higher skills, more skills. There's just a lot of things that are against you here, but I'll get into that more when we get into the chapter itself. I'll just show you what I mean. So yeah, we are going to be studying the Blue Lions, and you saw 2 of them in the DLC that we did. You saw Dimitri, the house leader, and you saw Ash. But you haven't seen the other 6, so I don't want to save, I'm already here. You haven't seen the other 6, so here they are. Here's the other members of the house, and unfortunately, I'm past the part where Dimitri actually introduces. I can't talk. Where Dimitri introduces all of them to you, but I think you'll get a feel for how they are as we look at some supports, which we have right here, and as we go through the game, really. So, yeah, without further ado, before we begin, I'd like to prepare for the battle ahead. So let me do that. First up, I'm going to need to get a shield for to do. Second off, I'm going to sell the bullion I have. Oh yeah, and these things. These are DLC items here. I will not be using these unless I absolutely have to. But I will attempt not to use these as much as possible. Just keep that in mind. I intend not to be using any outside items or items that could not be obtained from just this one file. Items that are obtained elsewhere, I will not be using unless I absolutely have to. So yeah, that's just FYI. So I need to buy more things. I need to buy stuff for Felix. I need to buy gauntlets for him. These ones. And yeah, I know what you're thinking, Matthew, why are you buying a weapon that has 0 might? The durability, okay? That's why. Durability is very important here, and I will tell you why when we get into the actual chapter. I know this is a very long intro. So yeah, they introduce seminars here. Basically, this is an option you can do on on any given free day you can do this, and it'll raise motivation and stuff like that. It's cool, I guess. Which one did I do? I did this one, I think. So yeah, so basically in this game, when you're out of combat, you can instruct your students, because I mean you are a professor after all, and you can instruct them in various capabilities, various strengths and weaknesses, and you can basically build them how you want. So every what am I trying to say here? Time in this game progresses in months of the year. So like every month there's I bet you saw the calendar in the previous screen, and you're seeing it right now. It progresses in months. So see those green like pen and paper icons to the left on Mondays, the 12th and 19th? Those are your instruction days, and you can instruct your students to strengthen them in various capabilities and build them how you want to. So that's basically how you strengthen your units outside of combat.
I just got word from the Knights that the last of the thieves have been cornered.
Yeah, and the day before the mission of the chapter, so basically the chapter itself, the mission of the month is the chapter, basically. The day before that, you normally get a story, so I'm gonna shut up and let it speak for itself.
Just as planned. They're in Xanadu, the Red Canyon.
We certainly can't allow those underhanded thieves to get away. Let's work together and do our best to take them down.
It matters not who we're up against. They will not harm His Highness.
We're just fighting common thieves, right? I don't expect much of a challenge.
Aren't you a spoil sport? I'm actually quite excited myself. Who knows? There may even be some cute lady thieves.
Well, at any rate, a real battle is a great opportunity for us to see how far we've come. True. The mock battle was a success. We'll be fine so long as we stay the course.
Perhaps we are a bit overly excited, but remember that we have the Knights on our side. All should be well. And speaking of the Knights, I heard that Gerald is once again one of the Knights of Seros. Perhaps we'll have the good fortune of seeing you two fight side by side. Oh, of course. I apologize for letting my childish whims get the better of me. In all honesty, I'm a bit jealous. My parents are no longer around. They died. Both of them. I'm all that remains of them now. Anyhow, I'm sorry to bore you with such things. I'd say it's nearly time for us to depart, eh, Professor?
So yeah, you get one line of dialogue from all the students usually. And yeah, so back to what I was saying about the time in this game. At the end of the month, you get the chapter, basically. They call it a mission, that's basically the chapter. And before that, you get to just roam around the monastery and do whatever, basically. You get chances to do that, you get chances to train your students in whatever you want. And overall, it's a pretty cool thing that they have this out of combat focus on this game. It may kind of get a little bit boring, but I think it's pretty cool. And yeah, so that's how you build up your units outside of combat. I might make a video on just me doing that sort of thing, just give you guys just show you guys how it works. Guys, I just cannot talk today, really. So let's do I need to do anything else? I don't think so. Actually, no, I need to do supports. So let me do supports.
At this time of year, the fish are fat. Simply grilling them will bring out their best flavor. Steaming them with herbs is delicious too.
Wow, you know a lot about this. I'm learning so much from you to do. Were you a cook at the castle in Ferdiad?
No.
Did your family own an eatery of some kind?
No. My sister and I helped with cooking at home.
Wow, that's all? I thought I was confident about my skills, but next to you, I feel like an amateur. Hey, could you give me some advice about other kinds of meat besides fish?
Ash,
Yes to do?
why do you spend time with me?
We're friends, right? I just want to get to know you better. Is that so odd?
I am from Dusker.
So, look at me. I came from a life of poverty. I was lucky to even be let in here to study with all these high-class people. I think we have a lot in common.
Being poor and being from Dusker are two different things.
Oh, I know. But we can still be friends, can't we?
You are a peculiar person.
So I'm told.
You'll get to know what being from Dusker means later. Anyway.
Oh no, oh no, oh no! Please tell me that wasn't the pan!
What was that noise?
To do! Well, as you can see, the pan kind of exploded. Just a little.
How did you manage that?
I looked away for a moment and the pan just went boom! Ugh, I'm grateful nothing caught fire, but now the kitchen is a mess.
Are you hurt?
Oh, no, I just got a little spooked. I really lucked out, didn't I? That could have turned out much worse.
Indeed. But do not turn your back next time. Your life could depend on it.
Right. Sorry. I'll be more careful from now on.
Let me help you.
Huh?
I will help you clean up.
No, I can't let you do that. This is all my fault. You shouldn't have to help me.
I have time. Let us fix this quickly. We will need to prepare more food before the others arrive at the dining hall.
Oh, you're right. So, after we clean up, you're also gonna help me cook?
You object?
Of course not. I'm just so sorry to bother you with this.
So yeah, that's one of Annette's quirks, being clumsy. And that includes in the kitchen, where she's supposed to cook for everyone in the monastery. Yeah. Anyway. Without further ado, let's head to the chapter. And I will save here. In case this video is way too long and it doesn't work out. Here we go.
So, we are taking children into battle, are we? I'm not certain I will be able to sleep soundly after beholding something like that. I shall allow you to turn back the hands of time. But no, this power is not infinite.
So this is where Divine Pulse gets introduced. And that is Sothis, everyone. Basically, we kind of skimmed over this because it was in chapter 1. But she is basically the goddess that lives inside Violet's mind. Yeah. I know. It's kind of hilarious, but that's basically Divine Pulse is basically her turning back time. And that's how it works basically. Anyway, I'm getting too technical in this. Actually I need to do something before we do this. Before I forget. This and take that. There you go. Okay, so this is the map, and let me just show you. These. I'm like. There's like 3 of my units are level 2. And the rest of them are 1. I'm like 3, but that's because, you know, you use the main character a lot. But 3 of my units are level 2, 1 of them are level 3, and the rest of them are level 1. These guys are level 9. Yeah. And look at their stat totals. You're at 60. You're at like 70. And I'm at like 60, 70 at best. The rest of them are like 48. So they have 18 to 20 stat points on me. All of them have 18 to 20 stat points on me, and I'm expected to do this without losing anyone. Also, changed from hard mode, a lot of units have class-specific skills. For example, all of the archers, all of them have Poison Strike. No, I want to go here. All of them have Poison Strike now, as well as bow range +1. That might be an archer thing though, I don't know. But yeah, they have Poison Strike, so basically they'll hit you from all the way over here, like 3 spaces away where you can't hit them, and they'll get free damage, and there's nothing you can do about it. Then we have these thieves. Every thief has pass, so they go right through your meat shields and take out your squishy mages and archers, and they have 14 speed, so there is no way you are doubling them. In fact, there is every way that they are doubling you. And speaking of doubling, everyone has 9-10 speed. This is my fastest unit, 10, maybe 10 speed, maybe. And that's because I have training gauntlets equipped, which have 1 weight, the lowest of any weapon. So that's why I have 10 speed. But everyone else has 6 speed, 3 speed, 3 speed, 4 speed. Basically, I'm getting doubled by everyone here. So expect to not see any doubles from me for about 5 to 6 chapters, because the stats are just that high. Also the boss. Yeah, look at those stats. At this point in the game, that's crazy. That is crazy high strength at this point in the game. Also, he moves. He does not move on hard difficulty, but on Lunatic he moves. So yeah, you have to watch out for that, because if you're trying to like bully him at range, he is going to just go around here and just murder you. Also, there's a chest here, but I don't think it contains anything special, but you know, just in case. Also, there's one more thing that happens on Lunatic that is really dastardly, but I'll save that for a later chapter when it's actually relevant. Anyway, I think I've done all I can do. Save here. And let's go.
The Red Canyon. This is the first time I have ever been here. It's like walking through a ruin. Let's get this battle out of the way, Professor. The thieves must have already been driven back.
The Knights chased us all the way here?
Chief, let's get out of here. There's no way we can win against them.
There's no way you can win against us. I highly doubt that.
Shut your dumb mouth! Where would we go at this point? You can't be a thief if you fear death!
He's right, you know.
According to our information, there is a back road to the west. Let's split up and approach from the west and the front. If we advance cleverly, we attack from both sides and gain the advantage. I'll leave the rest to you, Professor. But before all else, we'll need to cross the bridge.
I'm gonna need to lock in the range of this archer, because this guy is really annoying. Look at that, 12 times 2, instantly.
Here goes.
That is stupid. Anyway, let me rally. So basically, this chapter consists of dude just parking over here because of his personal skill that gives him +4 defense if he just does nothing. Or if he doesn't attack is the better wording on that. But yeah, this mode, in the early game at least, is mainly consists of just
I'll give it my all.
mainly just defensive play and just being really defensive, because you can't really take these guys on normally, like offensively. Ah, I missed. Frick. That's bad. Missing is really bad there, actually. See? Look at that. He did 6 damage guaranteed. There is nothing I can do about that. Anyway, now we have 3 full health units that can just basically snipe me from anywhere, and this guy has 10 speed and doubles everyone. So yeah, you can see how stupid this mode is. Just ridiculous. And also, yeah, me not hitting there is really bad. Because now this guy is at full health and there is no way I'm going to be able to take him out. So I have to use a gambit already. Also, gambits have really low hit rate in this. Yeah, look at this. This is my fastest, basically my fastest unit, and I can't double. Just look at it. Like, are you serious right now? Look at that. Like, that's so stupid. Okay, so yeah, the do not hitting is really bad. Like, really, really bad. Because I have to bust through these axe units as soon as possible. So let's see, what do I do? 18. Annette, how much do you do? 11. Okay, not enough. 7 times 2. 13. Who does 8 times 2? 7 times 2? See, like, turn 1 I'm already, well, turn 2, but like the first wave of enemies I'm already stumped. Anyway, let's try and gambit. I mean, there's really nothing else I can do. Okay, good. I got the hit, at least. Because seriously, like, there's really nothing else I can do. Even with these lowered stats, he still doubles me. Which is stupid, by the way. 7, 8. How much do I do now? 12. I do 1 more damage, yep. Oh my god. This mode, man. Like, really. It's just, like, the worst. There you go. Got a hit at least. You 8, not enough. Okay, so Ingrid, you're going to have to kill him. Yeah, so you have to use combat arts to kill things because you are not killing them otherwise. Which is stupid.
That one is expected.
Alright, got Lance Powers 2, that's good. Oh, that's his quote. Crap, I just skipped it. Oh, sorry Sylvain, but you were kinda just... Sorry Sylvain, that was very mean of me. Anyway. Yep, see, have to use a combat art. Dumb. There you are.
Doing my part. If I'd hesitated, that would have been me.
Net, what do you do this guy? 11. 17. 15. 13. Nice. There you are.
Finished already? I was hoping for more of a challenge.
Thank you.
Just rallying for the support, really. Alright, here comes more units. Once again, I'll have to highlight the range of this archer because he's really annoying. Have to heal him. I'll rally him again. Come over here. Wait to get the defense. I'm gonna heal him.
Thank you.
It's in maddening mode where your limited uses